May you find all that you seek, traveler.
You again. A surprise and a pleasure. Did we have a satisfactory chat? Something else you want to know about the divine disease? Eager to plunder the dungeon? Questions about my daughters? Actually, I want to know what you think about Baladas. Once quite the upstart now, Stelvani had a taste for adventure and spent quite a lot of time wandering through Dwemer ruins. Eventually settled down to a more scholarly pace. Here he has Yaryan crafting Dwemer and a Munkalai. What about that coded message? Huh. In the Corpusarium. Collect victims of the design disease in my Corpusarium in the caverns beneath my tower. Poor devils. Wretched existence. Constant pain. Ferocious appetites and passions. No reason at all. Mad as marsh rats. But marvelous too in their way. Completely immune to disease. Live forever, barring accidents. Ancient wizards need projects to keep them occupied, and the Corpusarium is mine. What about your daughters? Not bad for something born in a jar, eh? Charming and talented. Not daughters, really. A little project, a side benefit of my researches into corpus disease. Made them myself from my own flesh. Nice, aren't they? Alfictir, Beatitir, Deltitir, and Upsitir, Fyr. Quite a comfort to me in my old age. Hehehe. Alfifir is the sharpest of my girls in wit and tongue. Gets on my nerves sometimes, but conflict is the spice of life. Bete is the sweet one, eager to please and be pleased, an excellent cook and a lovely singing voice. Delte is an efficient one, organized and orderly. She acts as our steward, manages accounts, maintains supplies, keeps the tower and Corpusarium running. And Uipse is the girl with the biggest heart. She takes care of the inmates of the Corpusarium and helps with my researches. Interesting. What is this about plundering the dungeon? When you live for thousands of years, you need a hobby. Something you love always sparks your interest. I collect treasures and invite thieves to steal them. I'm a collector and a sportsman. I collect enchanted items and ancient artifacts. I have quite a few Dwemer pieces, and as a sportsman, I love letting thieves try to steal my well-guarded treasures. Only a few rules. 1. Don't hurt the inmates. 2. Don't hurt my daughters. My warden and guards can look out for themselves. Your warden? Vishtakai, the Argonian, is my warden of the Corpusarium. Quite a fighter, tough as nails, self-taught, works out with my daughters, who are no slouches at the martial arts themselves. Vishtakai was one of the last of my slaves. Freed him, and he wouldn't leave. Kept him on as a hireling, then made him my partner. Excellent fellow, nice, fine companion. Not an intellectual, you understand, but good company for me and my daughters. What do you know about your teleporter? Ah yes, I've kept my teleport locked up. I'm willing to unlock it for your use, but first a little test. Indulge me, Abreel Lien, and go down in my Corpusarium. There you will find quite an interesting fellow to talk to. I want you to obtain a Dwemer puzzle box from him, and return to me with what you find. Very well. Perhaps you can tell me more of the divine disease. Magical properties of corpus disease are elusive and miraculous, far more subtle and powerful than any conventional sorcery or enchantment. I'm persuaded it is the manner the curse of blessing of a god. Perhaps both a curse and a blessing. The victim, of course, cannot appreciate the marvelous nature of corpus. It saps the mind and destroys the body, but to a wizard it is a profound and glorious mystery, a riddle worth a long lifetime of study. Interesting. Very interesting. So we are going to the Corpusarium. Very well. Shall return.
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
I was asked if I'm plundering the dungeon. You're smart. Get corpus disease. Get killed by corpus monsters. Get killed by Vistakai. A very good plan. Plunder the dungeon of a 4,000-year-old wizard. What could be easier? How obnoxious. I'd rather just steal what you have right here, actually. I think that's what I'll do. Let us see. Try again. Try again. Perfect. Cuirass of the Savior's Hide. Very powerful light armor. It's a constant effect of resist Magicka 60% on self. I do believe it might be even more powerful than the glass armor that I'm currently wearing. And even a bit lighter. I think I'll take that. Well, let's try it on. Rather interesting look to it. Can't say I particularly enjoy the shimmer effect, but that can be covered up simply enough with a robe. And also to conceal the fact that I've taken it. That would also be a useful bit of strategy there. Ouch. So he wants me to pillage his Corpusarium without harming anyone, interestingly enough. Well, I suppose that's what I made those invisibility potions for. Surprised at how many people come here to steal his treasures. Does have quite a collection. That does seem to be what we're about to do. Don't let me discourage you. You're almost certain to get corpus disease if you enter. How frightfully dangerous everyone is. Of course. There's certainly no harm in investigating this, is there? There we are. An any lock. It's 1008th key. 5 coins. I don't suppose that would be the key to this door, would it? Yes, it would. And inside we find Delnia. Travel together. Ah, you're a prisoner, aren't you? I'm curious. No, we're not here to travel together. You're free to leave if you so wish. Now, how do I actually get down into the Corpusarium, however? Seems to be this way. Well, before I go in, I should probably just wait here for a moment, just regain my energies. Perhaps drink a restore magic potion and step inside and see what we can affect. Alright, first order of business is to cast a hide spell. Vistakai. I wonder if he'd be interested in speaking. I'm Vistakai, Warden of the Corpusarium. I'm here to warn you, do not harm the inmates. If you come to plunge the dungeon, you must endure their attacks, and take your chances with me, their warden and protector. He's a guardian and peacekeeper of the Corpusarium. Spent long years in service to Lord Fyr, first as a slave, then as a hireling, now as a friend and partner. He's been kind and generous, and I take his interests and the interests of those he shelters to heart. The treasures are open to sport, according to his whim, and you're welcome to try to steal them. I, too, find great sport in hunting thieves. Interesting. Little game we play here. There's more on the Corpusarium itself. No other could or would help them. Does this world a great service keeping them here when they can do no harm to others. Inmates are sad, distorted monsters, angry and cruel, and their sufferings are great, but they still live and feel, and I honor Lord Fyr's care and compassion for them. For his own amusement, he permits thieves to test their skills by attempting to steal the treasures he keeps below. Dangers are fearful, the inmates are savage, and they carry the most terrible disease on Tamariel. Treasures themselves are guarded by traps and terrors. And the guards and myself, chief among them, will take great delight in trying to kill you. Those are the rules. Abide by them or leave. It's rather disturbing. And during their attacks, do not harm the inmates. They will not tolerate you adding to their suffering. Indeed, they are brutal and ferocious, and they will kill you if they can. You are their guests. You may not harm them, or you will answer to me. How interesting. I suppose you have a little secret to pass on. Any advice? Generic. Perhaps we can try to get on our good sides here, can't we? Try to be more agreeable, not do something ridiculous, like try to attack me as I come here to take your treasures. Especially on the whims of your master. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Yes, we can be good friends, can't we? Good enough, anyway.
One would be wise to listen.
Yes, of course, thank you. Where does this lead? To the bowels of the Corpusarium. I do believe my hide spell will come in great use here. Ugh, disgusting. So it's simply a game of avoidance. This we can do. We'll just have to be very sneaky about it. We'll just be quick about opening this up. Let's see, open any lock. Key and a Dwemer goblet. And we hide once again. Ugh, look at this particular specimen. Oof. Book of Daedric Summoning. What exactly did he send us down here for? Dwemer puzzle box. First volume in this book of the astronaut. You carefully recite the invocation. Interesting. I'm about to be killed. That'd be most unfortunate. Let's not do that. It seems to see us. Let's try to be a bit sneakier about this. Focus. Come on. Another key. Many more goblets. Can't afford to collect too many of them. What a time to run out of Magicka. It's almost as if it's trying to attack me, as if it knows I'm there. I'm certainly not going to reveal anything I don't need to. Another way to enter the bowels of this place. And I'd like to avoid doing that just yet. simply stealthy enough it shouldn't notice me. Just have to be careful.